Hail, bird of prey. 5. Hail, Karuga.
Kapla!
Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird o' Prey 5, Kapla, and up until 16 and a half minutes ago, I thought today was Sunday. I thought it was Sunday, and oh, what a great Sunday afternoon it was going to be, with no responsibilities, nothing to do. I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll even stream this afternoon. Maybe I'll do an open line stream. Yeah, because it's been quite a few Sundays since I've streamed in the afternoon. But I was like, it's no rush. And I was napping. To be absolutely true, I was napping. I woke up like 3 minutes to 4. Mama Prey knew I was getting up because she knew I was going on. At least she thought she knew. And so when I woke up, she wasn't surprised. But she was surprised when I didn't immediately start making the preparations I normally do to stream. And she's like, you aren't you going on? I was like, why would I go on? It's Sunday. Like, it's Monday. I was like, son of a bitch! Son of a bitch. Yvette with a 2-pound sterling super chat. Fingers crossed for Kissing Dax for you all. Thank you to the lovely Yvette. I will love that. Of course, we didn't get it, but we will try again. We will try again. And of course, you get, it's a fake. It's a fake. One more try for the lovely Yvette. An unprecedented 3rd chance. And let's see what we got. And we got LDG. LDG became a channel member. And he says, show me potato salad. Thank you, LDG, for your 24-month super chat. Yes, potato salad. Unfortunately, the way those work, there's no Kissing Dax possibilities. But let's try the Yvette third chance, for Yvette deserves it.
Indications negative.
Unfortunately, we get eyebrow Dax. Yvette's eyebrow Dax. It's something. It is something. Thank you. LDG, show me potato salad. Actually, LDG did do a middle of the night stream the other night. I happened to catch it. For those of you who don't, you probably should make sure you are subscribed to LDG at Free the Net. That's over, and yeah, that is at LDG hashtag Free the Net channel, and I love that he has this upcoming stream. I will put in the link for it. But notice the title of his upcoming stream, coming in 7 days. Now I'm told the exact time might change, but you should subscribe, notify me about it, so you get a notification. I'm not, because this isn't my main channel. But I love the title, Hard Reset, Huge Channel Update, not clickbait this time. Not clickbait this time. And I actually do believe that, to be honest, it's not clickbait this time. I don't know. Call me gullible. No. Call me a romantic. Call me optimistic. Call me gullible. But I do believe that it is indeed not clickbait this time. It's a great way of coming to grips, being honest about the past. Now I have somebody, Maslin. Hello. Whoever they're trying to fax, it's not me. So yeah, so go be sure you are subscribed to LDG, and specifically that stream coming up in about a week. Anyway, Keely Chow first in the chat today. Hey Keely, Kapla. I didn't even have the stream set up until 4:04 p.m. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette. I said, sorry for the late start. We'll try to start as close to 4:15 as possible, which is what I set the stream up for today. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Kapla. Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Jedi Bill says, hello, brother warrior, Bird will pay 5. All should hail Karoga. Kapla. Jedi Bill. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird is late. Kind of, I guess. LDG says, evening all. Welcome again, LDG. At Free the Net. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. And uses the 3 custom crystal skull emojis. Thank you, 47. FKHC 2005 says, Hail, hail, FKHC 2005. I'm always confused. I'm going to mispronounce that name. Mike Richards is greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards, our official package inspector. Hakeem says, Hi, Bird, hail, Karoga, and chat, Kapla Hakeem. And FKHC says, We the people means something now, means nothing now. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough when we look at modern politics, particularly when I compare with where we were in the 90s and before that. And I mean, going back, we've always heard, okay, every election, every presidential election has been the most important election in the history of our country. And, to an extent, it's true in that the most important election is the one that's in front of us, right? The ones that have already come, they're over with. We can't change them. It doesn't matter. The only thing we can change is the future. And so it's perfectly valid to say the most important election is the election in front of us. On the other hand, if you go back and look at it with the history in front of us, there were certainly some elections that were less important than others, So we don't know which is going to be the most important election in our history until 4 years after we've had it. And maybe even after that, later. We really just don't know. But it's tough when we go back and we were starting, I don't know, I could see, but people older than me, they see it even further back. I mean, I start to see that the layers. So the work was there. They were starting to set us up to tear us apart, to make us hate each other, and we did it, and we followed it, and here we are, a couple of not even a generation later, and we hate each other. We can't see past each other. We don't give the other side a chance to make even the slightest point, and it's bullshit. And it is more dangerous because, like, for the vast majority of our country, the Senate would at least approve, Supreme Court justices. Usually 99 to 1 or 99 to 0, 98, because the one or two people who honestly couldn't bring themselves to vote for the other guy at least had just didn't vote rather than voted against. The fact that we are approving Supreme Court justices by the minimum margins now, the 2/3 that you absolutely need, and not one more or completely along party lines, and not one or two more. That's bullshit. That is the definition of a sick system. And the fact that at least the founding fathers required the 2/3 vote. At least they understood that was that going to, if it was ever 50-50, that's a sick system. 2/3 at least gives some amount of stability, but it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's unfortunate. And Yvette says, Bird, sending lots of kisses to make you feel better. Of course, those are emoji kisses. Thank you, Yvette, with another £2. Sterling super chat. And again, it wasn't kissing Dax, but we will try again. There it is. There it is. Those are those kisses that make me feel better, right? Those are the kisses that make me like, oh, maybe today's not such a bad day, because I will see Dax kiss her former host in that most passionate way that only two women can. And it makes my heart beat a little harder. A little harder. And not Ryan Johnson says, here we go. Berto Prey 5, forgetting what day it is again. Shaking my head. It is Monday, December 11th, 2023. And I forgot it was Monday. But yes, it is true. Hakeem says, I thought it was Sunday too. It doesn't feel like a Monday. No, it doesn't feel like a Monday here. We had bad weather all day. You know, Sis O'Prey and Nephew O'Prey were here over the weekend, but they left yesterday. And they were originally going to go home Saturday, but they ended up going home Sunday. So I kind of felt like the first day with them not here was supposed to be Sunday, and it turned out, well, it was Monday. I was exhausted. We had a rough night, and woke up. I thought, I don't know what happened. There was a loud noise outside. I'm still not sure what it was. Could have been a car crash. I didn't go back to look at the camera. It was just, to be honest, it was too much rain. I probably wouldn't have seen it anyway. And anyway, we have no idea what it turned out to be. But yeah, so I needed some extra sleep today, and knocking wood, I'm getting it, and that the last few days I've been getting pretty decent sleep. I can't complain about that, except for the fact that I actually just still need extra sleep. Anyway, Stan Lee says no clickbait this time. How many times has he cried wolf? I'd say 6 or 7. And he says not clickbait, sounds like clickbait. I'll give him this chance. Jedi Bill says, I want a refund at LDG Free the Net. To get a refund, you have to pay something. I don't know. I haven't sent him any money, so I'm not due any refund. And FKHC says, then Berto Prey 5, you are a romantic then. That's fine. I'll go that way. Antiderivative Jill says, hello, Antiderivative Jill. Hope if you are driving safely. And if you're not, you're not. And by the way, a very happy birthday to Antiderivative Jill, whose birthday was yesterday. Yesterday, the 10th. Yes, Sunday, the 10th of December, which is not today. But being I thought it was today, I will sing you happy birthday anyway. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Antiderivative Jill. Happy birthday to you. And many more. And the fact that your birthday is December 10th, you share the birthday with my old college crush. My college crush, and first adult woman I really, really, really tried to get with and failed. December 10th is her birthday. Is her birthday. She's alive and well, best I can tell, but I've stopped stalking her. So I honestly not 100% sure, but I think she's okay. But let me tell you, tried really hard. Gave it the old college try, as they say. Lost a whole lot of weight for her. I changed my entire outlook on life. I have no doubt that one of the side effects of attempting to woo her was me getting into much better shape. Certainly helped me get the job I got, and a crazy, amazing adventure of life that I got. I never would have had if not for all the attempt to win her over. Certainly, I think it was ended up much better for me. The fact that I tried, it changed my life. It changed my life. Now, had I succeeded, I think we both would have had an amazing life. But if the fact that I failed, I still got a what is it called? A booby prize? A booty prize? When you booby prize? Booby. Either way, I'm fine with whatever it's called, a booby prize. Yeah, there was the summer of change. I just decided it was time to I was really heavy. I mean, people saw if you've seen my high school photo, it was really big. And then by sophomore year of college, I was in prime shape. I was so fucking strong. I could lift myself up to my chest. Like if there was a fence or a grating or anything in my way, and like I was just chest tight, like my nipples were, which probably stand 5 feet off the ground at least. I'm 6'4", so if something was up to my nipples, I could just push down and just lift myself up and go over it. I could just go over fucking fences like they weren't there anymore. I could lift myself up onto, we had a piece of furniture. We had an old 40-inch rear projection television in our living room, which didn't work. But, and in hindsight, I should never have attempted to sit on it at well over 300 pounds, because Jesus Christ, it would probably just break. If it was made today, it certainly would break, but in those days, it was probably made of real wood. And John Araki with a 99-cent super poop super sticker. Thank you, John Araki. It's a fake. It's a fake. We'll play it again in a second. So we had this giant TV sitting in my living room, and I remember the first time I looked at it, and I said, I bet I could sit on top of that thing. And you got to understand, for somebody who is fat their entire life, these things that are important to you. You never think you're going to be somebody who can push themselves up. You know, there are things you have to understand, as somebody who grew up as a fat person their entire life, I never believed the day would come that I'd be able to cross my legs. I was 20 years old before I could cross my legs. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, growing up, like, why would anybody want to cross their legs? It didn't make any sense. And then the day came where I was like, holy shit, I can cross my legs. And I was like, oh my God, this is fucking wonderful. And then as time went on, I started putting weight back on, and the crossing the legs stopped, and everything started going backwards again. Well, it didn't matter. Now, now I could cross my legs if I could move. John Araki again with a 99-cent happy face. Thank you, John Araki. Let's see what we got. Let's run it through again. Gone! Dave G. Sound says, good afternoon, Karoga. Kapla. JP's is in the house. Says blah. I hear you, JP's. It's a fake. I hear you. And John Araki's other 99-cent super chat comes through with, it's a fake. So we'll run that through. And there we go. Kissing Dax. We got another Kissing Dax. Awesome. It's Double Play Monday, I guess, here on Bed Life. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Captain. I hope you're feeling better, a bit better, at least. Jedi Bill says, if it's clickbait, we will be asking for a refund from you. That's true. If it's clickbait. For sure. Gorilla's Random Thought says, lurking but busy. Kapla Gorilla. Gorilla did a great, I don't know, hopefully, I ended up watching it on HBO Max. But Gorilla put out the idea for a stream yesterday of Christmas National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Definitely a movie I try to watch this time of year. Stan Lee says, finally going to get change. You're finally going to get change. Okay. Darth Maul says, those are the kisses that raises Bird's bed. Yvette sending lots of kisses to make me feel better. And Darth Maul says, those are the kisses that raise Bird's bed. Dad man walking 55 says, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Dad man. Gorilla's Random Thought says, is this live stream urgent? Well, I don't think it can be urgent and a week out. No. That's another one of the tricks LDG has used over the years. Urgent. Dave G Sounds is Vertebrae 5. Check out your snail mail around to the end of the week. Sent you a small gift to open on Christmas. Oh, thank you, Dave G. Well, is there some way I can tell it'll be from you? So I'll save it to open on Christmas. I'll keep an eye out. Thank you so much. Jeff B says, Kapla Vertebrae 5, catching up on sleep helps the healing processes. Yeah, it does. It does. And so I don't feel too bad about catching up on sleep. FKHC 2005 says, happy birthday to Antiderivative Jill. John Gill says, hey, Bird, just checking up on you to make sure you behave. I'm kidding. Schwario says, Kapla Bird, hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Schwario. Schwario says, hello to us all. Darth Maul says, Bay Arthur. Dolly Parton. What were we? What were you asking? Antiderivative Jill says, beautiful. Thanks, Bert. Oh, you are welcome. Susan Boyle. And John Gill says, you named your Boyle Susan. Jeff B says, happy birthday to Jill. Live long and prosper. Jim's Landscape LLC, Commodore Productions says, hello, Jim's. Hello, Jim. Darth Maul says, when you have that many boils, names help to track their growth, number, and location. Darth Maul, I certainly have had more than my fair share of boils over the year. No, not a Titi prize, a booby prize. Jim's Landscape says, please check out his Test Vulcan video. Test Vulcan video. It's a short. But wait, there's more Boonie Cloth video too. So 2 videos to check out there at Jim's Landscape LLC. Darth Maul says, that summer, Bird's voice became so deep, Barry Whitehead competition. You know what? It kind of did. John Gale says, I got into a massive gym regimen for a girl I was into, but I succeeded in the end. But it was clear from the start she liked me. She had just some personal issues to work out first. Now, this girl never liked me. This girl never liked me. And the opposite of me in everything. And I thought, well, maybe opposites are supposed to attract. I didn't want to change her, but she would have wanted to change me. I mean, I wasn't going to change, mind you, but I to this day, I don't understand why I became attracted to her, but I did, and I suspect it's some sort of what's that? A scent. What do they call it when people have scents? You smell something. What, Mom? A hormone? No. A pheromone. 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 I believe she has a naturally occurring pheromone because it's not just me, as it turned out, who became obsessive about her. Apparently, she admitted to me that 3 or 4 guys she's known over her life had all of a sudden wrote her letters like I did, confessing their love for her out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere, and became stalkers. And even though she understood that that I wasn't stalking her, it just like she was actually not all that surprised that this happened, because this, she said, happened to other guys she dated or hung out with at home. And she was from a small town, but, you know, school was in a relatively big city. And she wasn't all that surprised, but there were other guys that she was afraid of. So even after the fact that I confessed my love to her, my undying love, I mean, ridiculous. I completely ruined. You guys don't even want to know. But every mistake you could make, I made. But not apparently every mistake, because she still preferred me to be there to protect her from other guys. Because there were other guys that were even doing more crazy shit, I guess. And like she called to where I was at the office, and she's like, "Is there anybody who can come? Like, there's this guy from this other place, this other fraternity, and he's inviting himself over. I don't want him here, but I can't get him to leave. Is there anybody that could come over and hang out with me until he leaves?" And I was like, "Kate," oh shit. Well, I wasn't going to use her real name, but I was like, "Sarah, I'm the only person here. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do." I was like, "I'll definitely come, obviously, and hang out with you, but unfortunately, I'm the only person here." And she's like, "No, come over, please." So I was like, "Awesome." I was like, "Fuck." But I came over and I hung out, and I realized that she didn't really want me there, but I'm there to keep this other, even bigger lunatic away from her. Now, I should have thought, hey, maybe I could pay this guy to come over more often, but I didn't. I didn't do things like that. Like, that was one step beyond what I would do. Although in hindsight, maybe I should. But yeah. John says, "Wait, fat people can't cross their legs." No, John, you can't do it. Can't do it. I'm 41 and never heard of that before. Oh, well, now you have. Now you have. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU is in the house, waving. Kapla, Taylor Swift. Educational show today, says John Gill. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, says hello, hello, hello. JP says, "Until you realize crossing your legs is overrated, because you squish your nutsack. It was an interesting, it was interesting. Let's put it that way. Schwario says, Con. John Gill, Con. Jim's Landscape, hail to Gorilla. And LDG is claiming it was urgent. Dave G Sounds says, yes, Bird. When you open it, it's wrapped with a label. Okay. We'll keep an eye out, Dave G Sound. Thank you. John Gill says, Darth Moses loved the subtitles. Melted Copper says, hey guys, how is Monday? Kapla Melted Copper. Monday. I thought today was Sunday. Sunday. I heard you visited the underground. Melted Copper. Sorry I missed you. Next time. JP says, never change yourself for abroad. Sometimes it's for the best. Not often. Sometimes. Melted Coppers is just key to enjoying being alone is dating a horrible lady. Yeah. But this wasn't a horrible lady. John Gill says, indeed, toxic relationships gave me years of great single life afterwards. JP says, pheromones mean she didn't just shower enough. No, she had impeccable hygiene. Melted Copper says, not everyone appreciates being alone or can, before they even ruin the opportunity to embrace solitude. Oh, I was alone quite enough. I enjoyed my time alone for a long time. But then, one day, I didn't. Everyone said, just wait, it'll come. Just wait, there's someone out there. You'll find someone when you're not even looking. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. No, she wasn't musky. Hakeem, she was musky. I bet if a company bought her DNA or whatever, they would be able to make some type of love pheromone that they could legit sell. And you could just get people to maybe not every person, but like 1 in 5 men or something is taken in by this pheromone. Mike Richards' bird's first crush has now found useful employment in the uranium mine. Let's be clear. She was not my first crush. I had been having crushes on girls since the 1st grade. She was the first adult crush. Okay. There was a time in high school where I was like, fuck, I'm done. I had no use for women. I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked watching naked women, but I had no use for a girlfriend in high school because, frankly, they were either all sluts that I was fearful of what diseases they carried, or they weren't particularly attractive, and I was like, it's nice to have them as a friend, but I didn't need to do anything else with them. But then college happened. And in the beginning, the first year, it was a lot like high school. And then all of a sudden, even though I had known this girl for 6 months, boom, it hit me. Melted Copper says, I'm an old guy. Friends call. He probably wants some for his love ex-girlfriends. I'm an old guy called. Excuse me, Melted Copper says, if an old guy friend calls, he probably wants some of love ex-girlfriends, usually appear in hopes of free housing. If an old guy friend calls, he probably wants some of love. Ex-girlfriends usually appear in hopes of free housing. Cody Guy is waving. Welcome, Cody Guy. And Melted Copper says, yeah, I am sort of making and not making friends in the inter-realms. It's no biggie, Melted, and you should hang out. John Gill says, I'm trying to figure out what you wrote, Melted Copper. Yeah, I think he meant if an old guy friend calls, he probably wants some love. And if an ex-girlfriend calls, they probably want free housing. Right? If a guy calls a girl, he's looking for love. If a girl calls a guy, she's looking for a house. JP says mail order brides. Yes, they are still a thing. I don't believe it, that they really are. And if they were, I don't think I'd get the best service. Plus, I only speak English. So. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says Bird believes that is Soylent Green. Bird, I believe that is Soylent Green. No. Hakeem says, I got into bodybuilding to get into better shape for a girl. After I got with her, I saw how toxic she was and broke it off, but kept doing bodybuilding, so it wasn't all a waste. That's good for you. DJ Play Nice has got to roll out. Be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. Thank you, DJ Play Nice. Take care. And LDG at hashtag Free the Net says, want some for. Some for. What the hell are you talking about, LDG? Some for. Want some ... for. Okay, I don't know what that's about. All I know. So yeah, I kept a journal, kinda. I kept a diary. This summer I was changing. I knew I was changing my life. I kept a diary. It was a Word document. It was a Word document that I password protected. And every day I basically, I don't know, typed like a diary entry. And I don't know how long it went on. Certainly at least a few months. The problem was, although I remember the file name, I remember it was called Project 144. 144. The 144 was the words, the length of the words that it was meant to be, to protect, and I love, and it was a four-letter woman's name. So it was Project 144. And it had a password. I for every day, for months, I added to it. And then I saved that file. This is from college, mind you. And I saved it, and I saved it, and I brought it to new computer, to new computer, to new computer. And at some point, I forgot the password. Yet I still had the file. So maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I had to pay somebody to break into my own file. I had it that long. I wasn't going to delete it. Thing is, I got the file open. I haven't read it. I read like one, and I put it back. I didn't want to. I didn't want to read it all, but it's there. I still have it now. One day I'll read it again. It was a lot. There was a lot more than I expected. It's crazy. Crazy how much random detail I saved over the summer of my life. Melted Copper says, I know girls seem to not like being clubbed and duct taped for some reason. What's their problem? LDG says, I don't even know anymore. Cancel that. LDG says, sup to Jim. And John Gill says, oh, I think removing for of entirely. I know what Melted Copper was saying. Ex-boyfriends call for love. Ex-girlfriends call because they have nowhere to go. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I have no idea. I have no idea what day it is today. It's December 11th. It's International Mountain Day. International Mountain Day. We have 11 holidays listed for December 11th. International Mountain Day. Anniversary of the Statue of Westminster with a fucking Canadian flag. What's wrong with you Canadians? I know Westminster isn't in Canada. Holiday food drive for Needy Animals Day. Help raise awareness of animal welfare and become part of the solution. Feed a Hungry Dog Day, basically. National App Day. Take a selfie for the gram. Tweet your thoughts or play your favorite music. Yeah, no thanks. Noodle Ring Day. Get creative, ready your forks, and fire up that carb craving, today is Noodle Ring Day. Interesting. UNICEF's birthday and UNICEF Day for Change. We remember UNICEF's global impact and how we can make a difference ourselves. So, a very boring December 11th. Nothing, I guess the holiday food drive for needy animals, or I guess International Mountain Day. I mean, fuck mountains, right? Aren't we over mountains? Especially international mountains. Like what at Mount Everest? Mount Everest, you guys know my theory on Mount Everest. Mount Everest is for assholes. So why do you climb Mount Everest? Because you want to be a certified asshole. That's it. There's no reason. Bird caught up in the chat. Yes, John. I didn't have a whole lot of chat today. Merry Christmas to everyone, says Melted Copper. JP says, feed a hungry dog with your neighbor or wife or both. Wow. Wow. What if your neighbor is your wife? Okay, I've seen videos of sister wives. You have, fundamentalist LDS sects, SECTS, not the other thing. And they have, in fact, Big Love. Big Love was one of my favorite TV shows on HBO. Fortunately, it's a little dated, but if you've never seen Big Love, I recommend watching it. It's well worth the watch. Okay, it's December 11th. Let's do Wordle. If anybody would like to give me a 5-letter word to start Wordle with today, I would appreciate it. Something useful, maybe something other than a body part. Melted Copper says, the ladies who wrong me wouldn't even be worth of wild dogs to eat unless, oh my God, unless she was still alive. JP's is Big Love. Wasn't that the midget tossing show? No, Big Love was about the Mormon fundamentalist. The guy had like 6 wives. I can't do Ouija, Gorilla. Ouija isn't a word. OUIJA. Oh, it is a word. Oh, sorry. Okay. Ouija. Gorilla. Ouija. Unfortunately, Arise, JP's. No. Bacon, no. We already have used the A. Maybe, says John Gill. No, again, the A has already been used. Let's do MOUSE. Mouse. Holy shit. We got 4 letters. We have 4 letters. House. We got it in 3. Oh, wow. That was a very quick Wordle. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Okay, we got Wordle in 3. Let's check the news. What's going on today? Pregnant Texas woman at center of legal battle. Okay, yeah. And I don't want to get into this poor lady's issue. I think without getting too much into politics, I think, unfortunately, Republicans are going to slap themselves in the face. They went too far. Let's see. Google rolling out Android 14. 25 years ago, the worst Star Trek movie was a secret success. The worst Star Trek movie is still a fun one-off adventure. Was Star Trek in decline in 1998? Or is this how we remember it now? When you look at the history of Star Trek, there's a tendency to diagnose trends after the fact. I was going to say 25 years ago, Star Trek V is a lot older than 25 years. For pundits who only write about Trek when it's on the ropes, you often hear the phrases like franchise fatigue. This idea and the people who were sick of Star Trek is generally cited as why Enterprise was canceled in 2005, even though much of it had to do with the shifting nature of Paramount TV in general. From Star Trek Beyond's trailers to Discovery's rollout in 2017 on CBS All Access, the Star Trek franchise has weathered its fair share of muddled marketing, but this history has proven over and over again Star Trek has fewer post-1969 flops than we think. In fact, 25 years ago, what's now considered one of the most meh Star Trek films ever, Insurrection, actually did well at the box office. Cultural memory of Star Trek Insurrection is wrong, and a quarter century later, this quieter, more subtle Star Trek film is very much worth your time. Released 2 years after the 96 mega hit Star Trek First Contact, the third next-gen centric film is also the second feature directed by Jonathan Frakes. Of all 4 TNG films, Insurrection is the only one that doesn't have some kind of callback or stunt central to its storyline. Generations had Kirk and Picard meeting, First Contact brought back the Borg, and rebooted the entire history of Trek by revealing the moment humans met Vulcans. And in 2002's Nemesis, Picard fought a younger clone of himself, while the Romulans were brought into the fold. But Insurrection was a brand new story featuring a new antagonistic alien, the Sona. Picard and crew of the Enterprise E go against Federation orders to protect the Baku, a group of quasi-immortals living in a low-tech agrarian planet. The planet contains natural properties that result in a sci-fi version of Fountain of Youth, and a corrupt Starfleet admiral aligns himself with the leader of the unscrupulous Sona and a shadowy figure called Ruafo, whatever, fuck. At the time of its release, supporters and detractors of Insurrection tended to say the same thing. The story wasn't feature-worthy and played out more like a 2-part episode of Next Gen. Among Star Trek films, the kind of standalone adventure is rare. Other than Star Trek Beyond in 2016. Few Star Trek features have big screen plant of the week vibe. Saying Insurrection has stakes closer to a TV episode is true, but that's not necessarily bad. When watched today in context of all the Star Trek that came after it, Insurrection feels old-fashioned in the same way certain episodes of Strange New Worlds feel old-fashioned. There's a charm to it, like a throwback rather than a stagnation. No. Oh, it certainly is a much better film than anything we've gotten since 2017, since 2009. And obviously since 2017. Picard may think Starfleet is going too far, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Okay. For the most part, I guess I agree. It wasn't a terrible show. What do we got? Kevin Costner's ex-wife reportedly has rather shocking response to his new romance. Couldn't care less. Showtime cable network to adopt Paramount Plus with Showtime name will add originals. So it's going to become part of Paramount Plus. Florida Joker alleges Grand Theft Auto 6 used his likeness. Is that LDG? Are you suing Grand Theft Auto? Yahoo Sports. Massive whale emerges yards from shore, grilling beachgoers. Why is that in the sports? Asteroid will block one of the brightest stars during rare event. High Court declining to weigh conversion therapy ban, allow laws to stand. Let's see. What's up with this asteroid? An asteroid in our solar system will temporarily block the light of Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars in the night sky, Monday evening and early Tuesday morning. The rare cosmic event will be visible to millions who live within a narrow strip that encircles half the globe and includes Mexico, southern Florida, Spain, Italy, Greece, Turkey, and Central Asia. Astronomers expect the event, called occultation, around 8:17 p.m. Eastern. If you're outside the peak visibility zone or inclement weather blocks your view, the Virtual Telescope Project will be live streaming the event from Italy, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant star about 700 light years away. Huh. Okay. It's basically like the eclipse, like an eclipse of a faraway star. What do we got? Anything new here? Surge of legal crossings. To handle surge of illegal crossings, border officials stop legal. Bidenomics is a big hit, but not amongst U.S. voters. We got Apple's new journal app is now available. Oh, great. See, if I had had that, I wouldn't have had to use a Word document with a password. Cecily Strong mysteriously pulled from SNL sketch. I gotta I don't watch Saturday Night Live, and when I used to, Cecily was clearly a leftist lunatic, but I always thought she was pretty attractive. I would not have thrown Cecily out of bed. Cecily was quite the attractive, crazy leftist lunatic, as crazy leftist lunatics go. Why was she pulled? Fans in attendance say Strong played Representative Elise Stefanik before the show eventually swapped in a current cast member. Saturday Night Live's alum Cecily Strong made a surprise appearance at Studio 8H over the weekend, but after playing Representative Elise Stefanik in a run-through of the show's cold open, the Wrap reports she got swapped out for cast member Chloe Trost for a reason that remains unclear. The sketch attempted to satirize the university president who testified before Congress on Tuesday about the increasing number of anti-Semitic incidents on American college campuses amid the Hamas-Israel war. Of course, that sounds like a totally humorous, fun thing to have on Saturday Night Live. To complicate matters, one of those academic heads, Liz McGill of the University of Pennsylvania, resigned from her position on Saturday in light of the blowback. The sketch, meanwhile, received a tepid response from those in the crowd and at home. The Daily Beast contributor Jennifer M. Wood called the cold open meandering and a mess that didn't elicit much laughter from the audience. Well, that sounds like the usual. Attendees at the Saturday show told The Wrap that Strong, who left SNL last year after 11 seasons, played MAGA superstar Stefanik during dress rehearsals, and in the aired version of the sketch, Stefanik is played by Trost, announces that she'll be screaming questions at these women like I'm Billy Eichner before spouting off inquiries such as anti-Semitism, yay or nay, and yes or no is calling for the genocide of Jews against the code of conduct for Harvard. Later on, she informs the assembled academic leaders that hate speech has no place on college campuses. Instead, she insists hate speech belongs in Congress, on Elon Musk's Twitter, in private dinners with my donors, and in public speeches by my work husband, Donald Trump. Yeah, I can see Cecily running to play that part. Representatives for Strong and Saturday Night Live did not immediately respond. Any plan Strong might have for a guest appearance and why he did not appear on the aired version of the sketch. However, a source told the New York Post that it was Strong's decision to back out at the last minute because she felt uncomfortable with the sketch. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, let's check the chat, and then we'll do some Dear Bops. Jeff B says, amazing. Birdo Prey 5, only 3. 3. JP says, sweet, sassy, molassy. Welcome to the big show. JP says, from Downtown Bird, sinks the 3. Oh, yes. I got it in 3. I got Wordle in 3. Melted Cop says, I'm just usually stoked on picking an 80-year-old as our leader. At least left and right think 80 is a great leader. Verse, shouldn't they retire? Dave G. Sam says, I have to go. Wife is home. See some of you all later. Take care, Dave G. And thank you again for the Christmas gift. Melted Copper says later to Dave. John Gill says, Insurrection is like a feel-good movie to fall asleep to. Hey, listen, don't, it's good to have a movie to fall asleep to. I'm constantly on the lookout for movies I can fall asleep to these days. Melted Copper says Beetlejuice is a poltergeist, and he has a sequel coming. JP says, Eclipse my ass. That asteroid is blocking out the light of that star because it's on a direct collision course with Earth. John Gill says, would be great if Beetlejuice goes supernova the day the Beetlejuice sequel is released. JP says, last time SNL was any good, Sandler was still on it. Melted Copper says, maybe if we yelled Beetlejuice 3 times, we can stop it. Melted Copper also says Norm Macdonald was one of his favorite SNL actors. DJ Ronnie G says, nice jar. Thank you, DJ. John Gill says, now I've seen it all. Adam Sandler and good in the same sentence. Cinnabon is in the house, says hello. Hashtag MIFGA, make the Federation great again. Cinnabon is spreading his message to make the Federation great again. Melted Copper says Sandler has a long face. He could actually play Inspector Gadget. He can act when he wants to. JP says, what up, donkey? Cinnabon says, listening while eating. Thank you. Glad you're eating. JP says, probably, Dave G probably sent you a glitter bomb. I hope not. Rock Solid Productions says, Bird of Prey 5, name the movie. What movie? What? I mean, what, the movie Star Trek Insurrection? Not sure what movie we're talking about. And LDG says rocks. Rock Solid says pickles. Okay. So let's head on over to Dear Bop. We've got 2 Dear Bops. One came in on Saturday, and one came in early this morning. Rock Solid says from his video today. Oh, yes. Rock Solid did a video today, and he used my quote about it's better for me, it's better for them, and it's better for the whales. He challenged us. He said, what movie is that from? But then he said, Bird of Prey 5, if you're watching right now, you're not allowed to answer. To which I said, son of a bitch. Because obviously, it's Star Trek 4. Better for me, better for you, it's better for them. The whale. Better for the whales. John Gill says instead of Dear Bop, it should be called Bop. One day. Dear Bop, do you exist? I stumbled across a conspiracy theory promoting your non-existence. Birds aren't real. Google search results for birds aren't real. I mean, I exist to the fact that I continuously come to the conclusion that the universe does not exist. Nothing is real. It makes no sense. There shouldn't be life. There shouldn't be Earth. There shouldn't be planets. There certainly shouldn't be people. I mean, none of this makes the slightest lick of sense. It's all ridiculous. I mean, no, it's bullshit. We shouldn't be here. We don't exist. We're like imagination or something. I don't know what, but we shouldn't exist. Yeah, fuck the laundry. I mean, I do need clothes, but it doesn't make sense. Until I figure it out, though, yeah, you better keep doing the laundry. Let's see. Birds aren't real. Yeah. It would appear that somebody has decided birds don't exist. I mean, why not? I mean, it doesn't make sense that something can fucking fly. Right? I mean, not only birds aren't real, I bet planes aren't real either. You don't really fly. You go on a plane, they probably just sedate you and then they wake you up in a nearby city. They probably just offload you onto a Greyhound and you wake up in a nearby city and you don't know how far you are. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. I believe it. I believe it. John Gill says clothes aren't real either. I don't know about that. JP says push the damn reset button already as soon as I find it. Melted Copper says we all come from all life-giving explosion in space that spawns trees, dogs, and humans. Clearly, we didn't explode. Clearly, when explosions form life. Cinnabon says birds are drones. We all know this. And John Gill says Borg drones. Dear Bob, did you know that Mr. Spock is a mean one? Like Mr. Grinch? This is absolutely festive, brilliant and festive. Star Trek. You're a mean one, Mr. Spock. You guys can't hear it because it would probably set off copyrights. But yeah, you're a mean one. You guys are interested. If you guys are interested, there is the link. You can watch it on Twitter. Dear Bob, are they trying to imply Ed Baldwin has Parkinson's? Jesus fucking Christ, people. Hi, Bob. I don't want fucking spoilers. No fucking spoilers. Spoiler alert for All Mankind. No, I'm not even going to read it. I'm not going to read it. Dear Bob, you can go on a plane if you want to. I would rather go in a plane. Let's wind in there. We're going to go back. I'm going to read that one. But if anybody doesn't want a For All Mankind spoiler, just leave now. Leave now because I'm ending this. I'm ending it afterwards. I'm not reading that newest, Dear Bob. Okay. You have been warned. A spoiler alert for all mankind. Spoiler alert. So they are implying that Denny Stevens let his oxygen run out, that he let himself starve to death. What's the deal? They didn't say, but clearly it's pretty implied that he let his oxygen run out. You don't just sit there till you die of starvation. The way he died, it would have been he let his oxygen run out. And I wouldn't say it's implied. I'd say it's pretty well proven that it was his oxygen, which I personally think is a problem. It would have been better had he found the gun that Danielle buried and shot himself with it. This way, Danielle would bear some of the blame for his suicide. Dear Bob, like him or hate him, you have to give Chris Christie credit for calling out Trump, for being afraid to be on the same debate stage with others. But Vivek, or whatever, is a piece of poop like your boy Trump. I don't care. I don't have to give Chris Christie credit for anything. I don't hate Chris Christie, but I don't have to give him credit for anything. Melted Copper says, why didn't flat earthers ever rent cruise ships to eye this wall? Who wants to go to Antarctica? We can promote tourism, seeing this ice wall thing and what's over it. LDG says Bob's dead, very sad. Melted Copper says, for all mankind, Mick Foley is wrestling again. JP says Microsoft Bob has been long dead. And John Gill says, yes, there's a sequel to For All Mankind. It will be For All Cactus Jack. I don't get it. Dear Bob, is Joel Kinnaman's beard in For All Mankind CGI? It looks terrible. It might be. I don't know. I don't think it looks very good either. I'm assuming that's the guy who plays that actor. I really don't know. I don't know actors' names, but assuming that's Stevens's. No. What's his face? Baldwin. Ed Baldwin. If that's the guy who plays Ed Baldwin, then yes, I think it is a CGI. Not LDG, excuse me. Rock Solid with a 38-month super chat. 38-month Karogan Orphan super chat says, Ice Wall, I've been called one regularly. Melted Copper says the trilogy ends with Dude Love. Oh my God. John Gill says the Ice Wall is played by B.B. Newworth. LDG says, anyone hear about China cyber attack today? No, says Rock Solid. Cinnabon says, have a good day. Take care, Cinnabon. We're about to close up here. Melted Copper says, Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love are a wrestler named Mick Foley. It's a WWE thing. LDG says, yeah, they nailed us hard. Rock Solid says, interesting. Josh Street says, oh, dear Bob, we're having dear Bob. And Rock Solid says, duck you calling me LDG. Sorry, Rock. I apologize. I did not hear about this cyber attack, but honestly, I'm sure we're cyber attacked every day. Every day. What does it matter? I'm aware of what flat earthers believe about the ice wall. Anyway, guys, we'll call it a stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'm so sorry. What, Mom? Oh. Tomorrow is Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month. So we will likely be having the member stream tomorrow. Keep an eye out for it. And I will see you guys soon. Executive producer Saul Lieber says, Kapla, hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Josh Street says, Rock Solid is the new LDG. LDG says, thanks for calling me the version of me that is rock solid. Rock Solid says, you son of a bitch. I never impaled my sphincter with a chair like he has. John Gills, the other day I realized I don't even know the flat earther theory, only why days get shorter in winter. DJ Ronnie says, you're all right. Thank you, DJ Ronnie G. Melted Copper says, the government needs NordVPN to stop cyber attacks. Ben Shapiro knows. Hakeem says, see ya, take care. Hakeem. Mike Richards says, farewell from Columbus, Ohio. Farewell, Mike Richards. LDG puts in the link to the underground. Guys, click on that link if you want to hang out after the stream. I don't know if I'll get there immediately, but I'll get there at some point. Melted Copper says, later, folks. DJ Ronnie G says, I might even resubscribe to Trek Yards because of you. Well, DJ, that's up to you. I still like Trek Yards, but you know, it's all up to you. You have fun with it or you don't. Melted Copper says, later, folks. LDG lols. Melted Copper says, I know it's over. It's over. Okay. Kapla.